Hello YouTube, my name is Fred. Welcome to La Farm. Today is really hot and muggy. I decided to put a 30 amp outlet for the camper so we can get the AC going in there, because we can't move into the house yet. It's like, as you can see, it is just simply not ready to be habitable. So I'm putting the wire through these wooden panels that are in the basement, and there are one panel on the outside, one panel on the inside. I do my 2 holes, try to line them up, put the wire in there, boom, another panel about 10 inches in. It's just 1 inch short of my drill bit, and I can't find the long drill bit. So anyway, long story short, I'm gonna fabricate myself a drill bit with an old tire crowbar. How do you call this? I don't know. Here we go. Now that was tough steel. I cut lots of stuff, and usually it's pretty fast, but this was tough. So I figure this is higher quality, higher grade steel. So now we're going to do a little job on this end and see how that goes. Well, to do that, we're going to use this 40 grit sandpaper on the same old little grinder here, and I'm gonna try and do too sharp, just to sharpen the edge, so when this thing turns, it'll have some kind of grip. Okay, here we go. So I split the end in two, and then I put an angle on about 40, well, that was like more like 60. Yeah, but anyway, it's like a 60. I thought it was 40, 45. And you see, it's just gonna turn like this. And hopefully I'll be able to go through that piece of plywood. Let's go see. Well, after a bit more effort, we can see the daylight. There you go. So we're gonna put that wire in there and then connect it and get some AC going. Yes. Well, here we are at the reconfigure the bathroom phase. Now, if there is a tunnel or a deep moment in any project, to me, it certainly is when it comes to plumbing. I mean, you gotta move that thing, eliminate that, switch it down there, and bring that drain right over here. So there's no easy way to do it other than to just rip up the floor, make a big hole. It's just horrible work. I mean, why disturb a perfectly good floor? Well, because you got to get underneath. And going through the ceiling down there, you have to rip up all the lath there. So that's the decision. Do you go through the top or do you go through the bottom? I mean, once you get in there, working from the top is always a lot easier. It's very messy. I did a couple of basement bathrooms. I think it was easier than this. I think you just take the sledgehammer, start breaking the cement, dig a big hole, have a big pile of sand, and then you redo your plumbing. You put the sand back, put some steel work, and then you put your cement back, put the floor, and then you carry on with your tile and everything else. Then it becomes easy. But this is no fun, especially for an amateur. Oh well, see how this goes. It is so hot and muggy, end of July, and here we've hit the bathroom upstairs, and now we've been all this board is gonna need a replacement, seriously. And so we have a look at how this has been done. This is no fun, folks. Yep. You just want to move things along, and then you got to do this. It's just like going backwards 10 steps. But it has to be done. I mean, if you want to reconfigure the plumbing, well, you have to get to it. And the best way to get to it, honestly, is once it's opened up, I mean, it's going to be a charm. Otherwise, you have to go through the ceiling. Oh, that's just crazy. I have to open up just as much. So, rip it up, then put it back. That's what plumbers do. I guess that's why I'm not a plumber. I always try to minimize the work. This is going to be, it's obsolete. It's going to all come out. And then I'm trying to fix these squeaks later on. And then the new vanity is going to be about here in the middle. So I already have the line for the sink, and all the copper will be replaced by PEX. And so the lines are fed right here along the wall. That's where they go down into the basement. This is where the toilet was. I want to move it right about there. To have the heat thing coming out there. Have to figure that one out. So yeah, this nothing's easy here. Anyway, and then the bathtub's going to be down there, so that should be fairly straightforward. You don't even have to open up. You can just shove your unless there's some blockage along the way, but I don't think so. You just put your lines right in there, run them there, make a hole there, take them out there, take your drain out, and your hot water, cold water, get it ready, and then once we're here, it's a cinch, but getting there is quite a job. Mamma mia. Well, starting to look a bit better now with some new material going in there. Tomorrow's going to be the big fight for the corner over there. And boy, these drain pipes, I mean, they were installed inverted. I mean, you're supposed to have a slope on those going away from your source and towards the drain, right? They had it the other way around. I mean, you can see it with the naked eye, but sometimes, you just want to make sure. And look at the sludge in there. It is just decades of water being stuck there. The water was gray and smelly. So this is definitely a less fun, dirty job. But it will be nice once we're done, right? You got to keep that vision up there. So this is pretty straightforward. This flange here needs to be set at the right height. I just need to cut this pipe so that it arrives at the right height here, that I can slip in this flange. And I just got to take a couple measurements. It's fairly straightforward. Then glue it all, and this flange will be at the level of the wooden floor. And then
and the tile will come and even out here the distance, so the toilet will sit on the tiles, and then we'll have that toilet up and running in no time. So yeah, that's it. It was a bit of a struggle to bring it up the stairs. Really very nice, and my wife really liked this concept of having this full-bodied toilet, so we'll see how it looks. Maybe it'll bring some decorative element, which is not usual for a toilet. So yeah. Well, putting on the toilet seat. Wow. I mean, it used to be you had two holes, you had two screws, two little hinges, and a little cap. Now you have, look at this. I mean, this screw is in this kind of rubber expanding anchor, which is nice, I guess. It's pretty sturdy. And then the whole thing slides in. This goes click, 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 click. I mean, wow, seems a bit complicated to me for a toilet seat. Oops. But I must admit, it looks really good. It's all centered up. And here we go. Our brand new toilet. I mean, the bathroom is far from being done, obviously, but we need to have a toilet up here because the one downstairs is going to be taken out today. And so, the flush test. Hang on, let's do a flush test. You always do a flush test with something. That's what I learned from a plumber. Quite a few plumbers in my life, actually. Boom. Huh? Works. No leaks. We can call this a success. Oh. Well. Whoop. Today we receive a whole bunch of supplies. We're talking about 60 sheets of sheetrock, one more pocket door, 20 boxes of hardwood floor, 3 humidity resistant sheetrock for the bathroom upstairs, then tile floor, that's for downstairs. A little bit hard to believe. I'm gonna have to check that. Anyway, this is the garage and all the pieces for our new kitchen. It all has to be remodeled, refixed, recut, and everything. So we are not quite done yet. Well, as you can see, I've been pretty busy the last couple of weeks. I didn't film much. Well, my phone was full and there was just this tunnel of activity there in the last 2 weeks of just putting all the sheetrock. It's nothing very interesting. The lights came out really nice. So what it looks like, it really shrinks the place down. Put the fan there to get a bit of a, try to push the hot air down. Actually, suck up the cold air, and I can feel some air conditioning coming all the way up, so which is really nice because it gets really hot up here. So this is what it looks like now. More lights, they work out really nice. That's the trap door to go upstairs. I'm gonna shut it eventually and put some kind of a ladder, and then that's the wardrobe. Yep, a couple lights. So it's coming along. It's tedious work. We went to church visited a church last week and talked to this guy, Mitch. And then I said I was putting sheetrock, and he says, "Do you have one of those things that, those machines that put the sheetrock up on the ceiling?" I said, "No, I'm just muscling it up there. I have my little system." And he says, "Oh, I have one. You can have it and use it if you want." I said, "Oh, that's awesome." So we went over to his place. We visited with his blueberry farm, and it was just great to have this help come like that. So this is what it looks like. It's a bit chaotic right now, but we'll be putting the mud soon. And right now, just to show you the finishing touches here, while the guys are working on the roof. And at the same time today, we had the propane tank put. This is the last bit of it. This is going to be quite an ordeal as well. So this side here was quite a challenge. I had to adjust for half an inch. It was horrible. The wall was really crooked. So anyway, it's all straightened out now. We'll figure it all out as we go. And we got a nice little, how do you say this, alcove. Anyway, little place to put your things. We're gonna have a glass door right here. And I'll try to film a little bit more. Here's a plumbing job for the shower. This module here gets in hot and cold water and then mixes it either for the shower up there and then for the little handheld shower that I put to the left because I didn't want it to get stuck between just close to the window there. And then for the bath, et voila. We're closing that right now. A bit of a pressure test, and then we will close it up. Yeah, just something I want to show you about my new DeWalt miter saw. It's got a little light on it, and when I saw it, I said, "Oh, that's cute, it's got a little light." But then I wasn't using it because I didn't need it until I realized what the little light does. Check this out. Here is my miter saw with its awesome DeWalt stand. Again, I have to make a disclaimer. I am not sponsored by DeWalt, but I have a inkling towards their tools. Have quite a few of them actually, and they work wonderfully. And I got this new saw here. What's the model? It's a DWS 780, and it's got a little light on it. Yep, there's a new button here that I didn't even notice when I bought it. I bought it because it was a great price, and then I decided to check it out, and look at what it does. It gives you a line. Oh, can you see it? Yeah, right under the blade. It'll give you the shadow of the blade. Whoop. Where are you? Yeah, there's my cut. Has to be just about here. I just move it a little bit more. Not sure we can see well. Look at that. See it? It gives you exactly where it's gonna cut. If you turn it off, then the line disappears, and you line it up with your eyeball, obviously, but if you want, you can use this, whoop, a bit bright, but you have the shade of the blade, and it gives you exactly where it's gonna cut. So I thought it was and also if it's dark, if you're working and there's not a lot of light, you can turn that on and you'll see really well. So a very nice improvement. Bravo to the engineers or conceptors or designers of DeWalt. It is hot and muggy these days, and I don't know if you remember, but in a previous episode, I had bought this, and I have to say, it's really nice. I have to say that I am not sponsored by this company. But I have a few of their tools, and I have to say, they're pretty nice. This brad nail gun came with the compressor. And this thing goes all the way to 150, and you can regulate really exactly at what pressure you want coming out. And look at this joint here with a little ball that turns, takes the pressure off. Usually it's all rigid. I mean, no pun intended, but this is really nice. And it feels really good. It looks really good, and when you use it, it just feels right on the money. So I'm really enjoying this. And this hose, also, just a few words about that. I mean, we don't really think about hoses, but let me tell you, this usually you get these really tough, stiff hoses, or those coily, springy ones that always get tangled up. This is nice and soft. It'll do what you want. It's light. It's really nice. So 5 stars for this rigid compressor and nail braider. And if they want to sponsor me, they are welcome. Well, today is roof day. They have come and they have started ripping the roof out. That's one job that I won't have to do. I mean, it's doable, but it's just the time. I don't have the time this year to do that. So they got this amazing lift, and off it goes. Today is day 2 of the new roof. These boys have been here since 7 o'clock this morning. They've just been ripping it. So, I can't enlarge when I film this way. Beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous day. They're down the hot side, but it's not too humid. We're getting the propane installed today. The roof boys, I guess they're gone for a break. So one side has been all cleared, and boards look really good. They need to fix that hole up. Okay, so here we are with the lift. This is Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hello.
Hello. And we get a really good look at the roof. Oh, look at that. Now it's raining. Well, I'll take a little bit of rain.